Hello traders, welcome to another Trade Your Way video. Very quick one. This one is going to explore my 764 strategy very quickly. It's the most popular out of my three strategies because it's the one that tends to be easily found setting up and playing out. Lots of setups, mostly throughout the day, that can be found with this strategy and applied. So I think that's why it's proven to be the most popular, to be fair. Just want to make this video. I'm going to use the pound yen and just show you how price action has been playing out most recently, and also just to mention that one of my guys in a group, he's been learning the 764 strategy since February, and mostly on gold. And so after a few months of doing it on his own account, he then took it up a notch and took an FTMO challenge and passed it in 8 days, just because he was mostly using the 764 strategy. So I thought, brilliant, well done. It's a testament to the strategy in itself and the hard work that this guy has actually put in to take time out to actually learn one of my strategies. So well done to him. Right, let's have a look. So another thing to note as well, we don't focus on time frames. It's about the range. Okay, so it's never about the time frame, it's always about the range. So what do we mean by that? Well, all we're doing is we're using, say for example, the daily or the weekly to be able to explore the bigger picture, the range. But I wouldn't use a weekly time frame to explore this bit of price action going on down here, nor would I use a 15-minute chart to explore this whole range, because it just wouldn't show it in as much detail, if at all. So just note that, because people seem to get confused with when we're looking at charts and they're saying which time frame is the best time frame to use, and I said, well, it's not about the time frame, it's always about the range. Okay, so simple tip, simple reminder, but I think people sometimes forget. Right, let's drill down to a 4 hour. I want to show you what's going on here around this key area, and let's have a look on, say, a 4 hour chart. So 4 hour chart right here. Now get my fib tool. Where is it? It's in amongst all of this. Fib retracement, there it is. What do I want to do first? Okay, the way to use the fib, quite simply, again, another simple tool, simple tip for you, is you go from left to right. Now, whether that's going from left at the low, at the bottom, to the right, which happens to be at the top. Don't forget to put your magnet on, because that helps it stick to the top and to the bottom accurately, because we don't want to be doing that or somewhere just randomly, at some point on the high and low. We want it on the high and we want it on the low. So it's always from left to right. So I'll say that again. Whenever you plot your fibs, you take it from the left to the right, and that's how you apply it, because people have been plotting these up wrong, so that you'll get it the wrong way around, and often then it gives you slightly skewed information, not quite accurate. So initially, let's show you this. Initially, I started here looking at this low and this high, because this was the range, and so I went from left, which was at the bottom, to the high at the top, from left to right. Simple as that. And I also had it extended. So you see this box here, extend lines to the right. So I had it like that, and also with the right ticked over here in terms of levels, so that you could have the numbers clearly visible. So that was the range. So we went up here, and then we were watching as it came down to the 764, because that was our target. And you can see the way the price has come down. 764, tapped it, tapped it, tapped it, tapped it multiple times. Tried to go there, break, fell, no, went up. Okay, where did it go up? So as it started going up, this, I'm basically saying, you've now done your job. Thank you very much, Fibs, for that. And notably, thank you, 764, for allowing us to sell down, short down to you, but then also being able to take longs from you and go long. So, really good stuff. So now we move along, and where are we at now? So I want to monitor, or when the price made that move up, I would like to monitor this move up. So we plot our fibs, and what have I done? I've taken it from left to right. It didn't matter that it was at the top. Before it was at the bottom, but it doesn't matter whether you take from the bottom to the top. It's always from the left to the right. Now this is where people make the mistake, and then they say, oh, I don't understand it, and the flip tool doesn't work for me, and it's because you're not using it correctly. So it's a couple of simple things. If you do these right, it'll make the world of difference. You'll see a noticeable difference in everything that you do when you use this tool. So this is where we're at right now, and we went up to 618, and then what did it do? It failed and dropped and tested that low. So again, it had done its job beautifully, so I could get rid of that. And again, it was going up, and so because we had a reversal and it starts to go up, I want to now measure this move. So what would I do? Well, first one, I'm gonna do this like this, and I'm gonna monitor this move as it's going up, because I was looking for the 76.4. Great, but also because the bigger picture's saying that the high is just there. You know, we're so close to the high. I don't want to ignore that. So I want to get my fib tool, and I want to go again from left down to that new low. You know, so we've got fibs now overlapping. And the great thing about it is you can do one of two things. If you're using just one chart, you can go to your settings and you can pull that like that if you want, so it cleans it up a little bit. You can even do it here, you know, just pull it across a little bit. The reason I'm showing you all this is because I want to highlight the power of the setup right now that we've got currently going on, the pound yen, and it's really, really nice and really important, because you know, there's money to be made. There is money currently being made short on the pound yen, looking for 151.15 ultimately. So and then maybe even lower. Now, how do we arrive at those levels and at that number? Right, well, it was a 764 strategy at play. So the other day, what I did, I tried to go short, not successfully, I will add. I took a little bit of profit and then got stopped out for a small loss. So it was pretty, you know, it was about 0.5%, less than 0.5% loss overall in the end, because it just didn't want to do what I wanted it to do. Let me just pull this over here a little bit, so get that out of the way. That's the current price running on pound dollar and pound yen. So what did we see in the end? Well, we saw that price had come up to the 76.4, was consolidating, so I took a short here, but we've noticed over the last month or so that 151 is a key level on the pound yen, and so above it is bullish and below it is bearish. And so it came to here and it kept testing, sitting on top of the 151. It just didn't want to break it. So we're like, okay, this doesn't look like it wants to go down. So okay, if it doesn't want to go down, it's fine. Then see if it can go up. And one of my guys here, he took the initiative. One of my one-to-one guys, he said, right, well, if it doesn't go down, go short off that 764, where we also have a 50% of the overall range as well. And we also had, in addition to those confluences, we had an additional one here. We had the trend line. So we had that going on as well. So if it doesn't want to, you know, go down, and if it does break this very powerful resistance, of which there's multiple, then we're going to take it long. And so he did. He took the initiative, went long, and he took it up to 151.80, because he knows that the pound yen does like the 80 number generally. And so he was like, right, well, let's take it there as a first target. I mean, it went past there and it went to 152. And so then we said, right, next target, because it's gone to the 61.8 and testing the previous high. He was quite happy to take some profit around here. But we said then if it goes above, we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of these. And we're going to focus on the bigger picture, because it's trying to go up to that 76.4. So I want to allow it. And we're going to see if we can take some longs up to there, to the 76.4. If we've missed it and we're not happy to get in on the break of this next leg up, then we will wait for it to react at this level, to get up here and see what it does when it gets up to the 76.4. And what did it do? It touched it. And what did we see? I'm showing you a 4-hour chart, because the 4-hour chart is showing you a lovely bearish engulfing, reversing, bearish engulfing candle right there. And it was the start of the move down. You know, wonderful, off the 764. So 764 strategy at play yet again, just working its magic, and it's just, yeah, really, really good, powerful stuff. So right now, right this second, what am I going to do? I'm going to do one more thing, and that is I am going to clear these fibs, or pull them back if you like. Pull them back like this by doing that, just pretty much what we had. And I now want to focus on this current move down, because one of the rules with the 764 is that price will go and tap the 764, and if it does that and then bounces off it nicely, which it has done, then we want to monitor this move down. So what do we do again? We get our fibs, we go from left to right, and now we can focus on this current move back. And one of the rules that I was just saying to the 764 strategy is to look for a correction which could be ideally a 38.2 correction. So bearing in mind though that it has gone from 152.40 area down to 151.40, it's a good 100 pips. So it's already done a 100 pip move. So bearing that in mind, it seems to be struggling a little bit here. So again, I want to monitor this current move, go from left to right, plot my fibs again, and what we're going to say is all on one chart. Just pull that, maybe drill down to a 1 hour chart, something like that, so you can still see the bigger picture, but also be able to encompass what's potentially going on with any movement up. And we're basically saying, okay, it's gone to the 764, so you could have had a nice 100 pip move, capitalised on some of that, and right now it's found some support. It just seems to be holding, so it could do this on the next move. It could where's it gone? It's not that one, is it? It's here. We could see a bit of choppy price action. We'll apply our 3 option rule in terms of what's it going to do next. Well, ideally, if we get a retracement, is it going to hit a 38 like that, or a 50, or a 618, but still stay with these, in keeping with the current lower highs? So maybe come up to here somewhere like that and make a lower high at 38.2 before continue its journey, retest that low and extend and make a new low and hit the 38.2 of the bigger picture that we just highlighted before, potentially going on to our 764 to the downside. So is that going to be the play? And then what we could do also is put our trend line on here at the moment, because we have 2 points of contact. Notice that's what I did before here on the bigger range, because we have 2 points, clear notable points. I was like, right, let's put a trend line and then let's watch how price reacts. And you see it sat at that trend line. Clearly a trend line break to the upside meant it was going long. We also had other levels of resistance being broken, so it was a case going long. Now it's completed the move to 764. And we're having a nice decent 100 pip move down. We want to see if we get a retracement up to short it back down again, or whether this retracement will go up, break that trend line, and then maybe go and do something like that. So we're just watching and waiting for the move up now, and the setup is still there for at least the T1, which is 151.12. So I've rounded it up because I always round my numbers up. So my target, so 151.15 we're looking for. It's not that far away. Struggling to break the 30s, and we know pound yen likes the 30s. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully this has been an educational video, as well as showing you a current live setup and what we're currently doing with the pound yen. And hopefully you'll find that it's useful for you. Hope it helps. Have a great weekend. It's a long bank holiday weekend. Hope you're doing something fun and enjoy yours, as I'm sure I will try and enjoy mine too. All the best.